Okay, I think we're all set. Wait, what the hell is going on here with my chat? Oh, wow, what? There's a lot of you guys. Wow, wow, wow. 1 second. I don't know why, but the chat's weirdly big on my OBS. That's a strange one. Anyway, hope you guys are doing okay. Why is it still raining? Rain! Wow, an actual midday stream? Yeah, I wish it came in better. Oh, finally, it stopped raining. Hello, handsome. Hey, Tyrone. Just talked to a scammer out of scamming by annoying them. Played a 5D chess move. Best way to do it. Why is she called St. Trina when there's only one of her? Because, Dunia and Wunia just don't sound as cool as Trina. Hey there! I am. How you doing? Who wants sleep? Or you? I did sleep. Unfortunately, it's sleeping through most of the morning. That's the problem. I think what's happened is I've got myself on this weird split schedule where, because I took a nap, and I don't remember how this started exactly, but because I took a nap at an odd hour, I now have it where my sleep hours have turned into my quote-unquote nap hours, and my waking hours have turned into my quote-unquote sleep hours. So, like, if I have something where it's like, I nap for, quote-unquote, for 1 hour, but then I sleep, quote-unquote, for 2 hours, my body takes that as the save, so even when I, nap for, like, 1 hour in the middle of the night, then I'll sleep through the morning for potentially, like, 5 to 6 hours. So, it's just this really fucked up situation I'm in right now. Sometimes names don't mean anything. What are you talking about? Mikkola was totally a tree at one point. What's the lore of those localized lightning areas? Lightning strikes. That lightning will sometimes spawn flowers. The flowers attract more lightning. There. Hey, Pavli. I didn't miss anybody, did I? Again, this whole Hey, Jimmy! There you are. Sorry, man. I almost missed your message. See, this is the problem with having, like, these giant-ass freaking texts now on my OBS. Like, what the frick is this? Hey, Mercy! I'm looking about. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Hey, Mercy. I'm doing ill. I could be better. I would like to be on a normal sleeping schedule again. This shit is so fucking cringe. You stab into me, you'll get it fixed. Hopefully, yeah. I'm seriously considering just popping some pills, just so I can, like, you know, force myself to sleep at like 1 decent hour, and then like we'll do the rest. But we'll see. I have not been lucky so far. Again, no, with how I set things up, where if I try to sleep, if I get my good 5 to 6 hours sleep, you know, for the mornings, I'll be able to get myself to sleep by midnight or anything. So I don't know. I guess, well, with all this stupid rain for some reason in this area, I'm gonna come back later. Loki popping pills. Pills here! We got us some pills! There we go. Oh shit, I forgot! Is this lighting for the... God, I forgot, chat. Is the lighting here unique to this, hero's grave, or is it also used in Fringe Folk? Damn, I don't remember now. I barely sleep, period, but my issues are probably coming from trauma. Yeah, everyone's got their different reasons. For me, again, I'm the type that usually just sleeps like a rock. And I don't like sleep. I just do it because, you know, you have to do it, right? I much prefer if I don't sleep at all, but, you know, exhaustion hits you, and then you're like, well, damn, that wasn't a good idea. There we go. Say Trina will help you sleep for sure. Yeah, if I find her. It's here, Fringe Folk, and Mountain Tops, I think. Well, unfortunately, Trina is dead. You and me both here. Time's been crazy lately here as well. Yeah, I don't know why, but the last 2 weeks it's just been strange for me. I don't understand why. Because again, like I was trying to say earlier, I sleep like a rock normally, chat, which is why I try not to take naps or anything like that, right? Because, one, like I said, I don't like sleep. 2, because like I get big long sleeps and nothing really wakes me. Not the dog, not explosions, not like I don't know World War III. Like I just sleep through everything, which is why it's so annoying to me because it's like why the frick am I not why am I just like waking myself up except quote unquote. It's just very bizarre. This looks good, right? Let's see, something like this. There we go. Yeah, that's I try to avoid pills generally. Like I try to avoid, over medicating myself or anything, right? I just don't think it's good for you. In my experience. So like for me it's just like, okay, do I really have to take this, right? Like for example, chat, like I was alluding to it, like last week. I was in a bit of pain, right? And let's just say I ended up taking some Tylenol. Big mistake. Ugh. That thank God I didn't eat within the last, like, 10 hours or so, because that would have been really disgusting then. So yeah, like, when you have, like, stuff like that or whatever, like, you never know what's gonna go on with your body or all that jazz. Cool. So, in general, I'm just like, okay, what can I do that'll solve the problem while putting the least amount of shit in my system? The illusory wall has to be, like, around here, right? Am I crazy? It's not that my body doesn't like medication. It's just that was just, like, an incident that happened. And I think it was because of the very specific circumstance. Rude. I think it's because of the very specific circumstances. In my case. That had caused that. I think normally I would have been fine for the most part. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's that unfortunate. It's just that generally I try to avoid medication. Because again, you never know what's going to happen. Okay, wow, it's higher up than I thought it would be. Okay, that's why. That's why. Mikla did the thing with Trina and she died. I don't have much hope, I think. Trina ain't gonna solve my problems. That's a tear. That's a tear. And that's some tear mixed with dirt. At least I think that's dirt. Facts. Alright, so we have we have one more area, so let me just try to get some more shots of the... Let's get some more shots of our favorite vengeful spirits. God, find me the magic pixel. No. Yeah! No. We had it. There we go. The magic pixel. It's as if that banner isn't even there. Oh, yeah. Come on, find me the magic pixel again. Come on. The magic pixel. The magic pixel. Come on. That magic pixel in the corner there. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Look, I challenge you to edit the clipping art of that Langdale Knight shot you got. No, I will not be editing the shot. It is what it is. I have accepted it. I have accepted it. By the way, I know you questioned the relationship between Malekith and the Black Knight's armor besides the obvious shadow connection. I think they could have also been forged at roughly the same time. I think it's likely that after Melida did her whole thing, Marika realized that was really close, so she decided to give Malekith armor to give him a better chance in the future, just in case. That's true. It could be the idea that it's supposed to kind of indicate that around the same time that Malekith was getting his armor, that Marika was also, what's the word? America was also planning out the crusade and stuff, and obviously that would involve manufacturing the armor that the Black Knights and things use, right? So yeah, I think that could be the idea. It could be another indication of the timeline. It also makes more sense to me, because it'd be very convenient that Malekith happened to already have black and gold armor, or whatever it was, that so perfectly matches with his, like, I am, like, the death of the demigods theme. Before he actually had the Rune of Death, right? So I think, I definitely think you have a point there, Pavli. I think it's definitely not absurd. There we go. One of these days, I'll do an actual deeper lore analysis to know what's up with these guys and stuff, rather than just using them as a tool to have an indication about, grudges and resentments in the areas that they're in. But until then... Why are you putting it away, dude? You're just gonna take it back out. Duh. Ow. Lucky shot. Anyway. If only you did the cosmology! Now! No, anything but that. Let me enjoy the cool history bits, please! Cosmology will be something Loki will do in the Elden Archives for real. For real, for real! Trust in the plan! Come 2035! Yeah, I like this better. Oh, because the bell-bearing model specifically. Oh, they did all this rubble and stuff, and yet there's no evidence there was actually a statue here. They just had a model that didn't have just the one, so they had to fill it in with something. Like, it'd be kind of awkward if this was just empty. I mean, I don't know. Look at this section. You got beautiful America statues, and then they're all missing, and then they're here again. Like, somebody forgot to put the statues in this one section. I think I can avoid touching this period, right? Yeah. Oh, they did that for, like, this, and then the frenzied, like, 3 fingers thing, and then they never bothered with this type of thing again. It's funny that the Hornsent race are white and black instead of gold and black, I assume because it's from their spirituality. That makes sense to me. It could also be because it's in the realm of shadow, and so, like, the what's the word? Um, you know, they don't want the, you know, the gold can't be highlighted. But yeah, given what we see with their remembrances and stuff, I'm willing to believe it's just like you said. Alright, so this is the ashes of Langdale soldiers on a corpse here. I forgot. Do the Spirit of soldiers each equipped with a spear and a great shield. The soldiers of Langdale fight their battles defensively during the shattering. They were the ramparts that fortified the royal capital. Maybe I should mention this in Ancient Dragon War just to confirm that soldiers' ashes are there. Though, again, I think the problem is I can't... Because Kristoff is also buried here, so I don't... It could be like like a later thing. From software tech at its finest, truly. Yeah, boy. I will say I do like the look of this chamber before the break, and then you kind of get the indication of what's going to happen from like the way like it concaves in. Well, also a bunch of the spirituality related graphics have a white aura. Yeah. So like, yeah, so it all like kind of wraps together, right? Yeah, it just works. Here's the question. Do I even need to break the thing? Well, I do want to get a shot of the item, though, so... Sorry, dude, you have to be off camera. Nobody likes you. Let me get the higher detail on the models first, though. There we go. Let's see. Something like this. Hey, McFrenzy, how you guys? A lot of you guys are coming into chat today, huh? Must be one of those casual Sundays. Kicked out the family photo again. I'm sorry, McFrenzy. This you? Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry. We promise we'll make sure that next year you get a spot. We'll put you right there in the back behind all the tall people. Do you think there's a lore reason why the DLC doesn't include these stone sword key gates? Maybe? I haven't thought about it too much. Though, to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed they don't, because they give you so many freaking stone sword keys. I would have liked it if they just gave you the gates without the actual keys in the DLC. Like, you actually had to go out in the base game and find them. Or buy them. The perks of a midday stream, I suppose. Yeah, again, this is why I like doing the midday streams. Like, obviously, there's some of you guys that really like, you know, you can only, like, get on and watch me during, like, the late night ones or, like, early morning or something. But I personally really do think midday is the best time. Which is also why I committed myself to only doing the Dark Souls lore play streams at 12 on the dot for my time. But, like, damn. It has been so damn hard to do that. It's been so damn difficult. There we go. There we go. Something like this. The only reason Miyazaki didn't like him, the God King Miyazaki gets what he wants. This is midday for you guys. It's almost 4:30 for me, lol. Yeah, again, see, like, everyone has different time zones and stuff, right? So, it's never going to be, like, perfect, right? But for me, right now, it's, like, almost 2:30 my time, so. For me, it's just one of those things where, like, I would like to be able to find a time period where it's like, okay, most people are up and able to, you know, have the option of joining and stuff like that, right? Oh, right, I forgot about you. We'll get you later. God damn, that low poly horse, man. Forget the skeleton boy in the DLC. This is the true corpse horse. Okay, I'm out. I have to go cook for the famine all. Just wanted to tap in and say hi. It's great to have you here, Mercy. Be safe, okay? It's like 8, almost 8:30 for you. Wow. Yeah. See, like everyone is on different time zones and stuff. So, for me, it's very important to kind of find a good like middle ground. So that way, most people, it's like, okay, it's morning, midday, or evening for one of you guys, and you guys can maybe come in for like an hour or so, right? Obviously, I'd love it if I could possibly stream of, like, you know, any hour of the day or whatever, right? And give everybody a little bit of a chance to join the chat if they want. But, you know, that's not really always feasible with me. I kind of have to, you know, work to live. 2030 for me. What will the lore play of DS1 end, Loki, bro? I don't know, no, Bray. I'm just trying to figure out how I can get myself back to actually doing regular midday streams again so I can do this. Like, there's been so many weeks where I'm like, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be this week, it's gonna be this week, and then it just doesn't end up happening because of one reason or another. And now it's the stupid sleeping schedule thing. I told you guys, I'm never again committing to doing long episodes of a lore play, at specific times and dates, again. I'd much rather would do shorter, like 1 to 2 hour, like episode things, you know, like we do with our other streams, because that's just so much more manageable. Like, this stuff just pisses me off. Because it's not fair to you guys, it's not fair to anybody who watches that doesn't turn into the chats. Like, it's not fair to anybody, and I hate it. One region has to be sacrificed. Of 5 regions, 3 must pay the price. Let's see. You will give long form lore at a convenient time for me, slave. Maybe I shall. There we go. I swear, don't you hate when your eternal rest is disturbed by water? Like, you're just trying to have a good, long, eternal sleep, but then all this flooding happens? I wonder if the idea is because all the storms getting called by the Fulgur blooms and things causes that. That'd be so funny if true. To me, your timing's perfect. I just was busy playing video games today, and now people are hungry. Yeah, no problem. I get ya. Such and such. I'll take care, and you as well. Yeah. Again, I always love having you guys, even if you only lurk. It's fine. Right? If you guys enjoy the streams, like, you know, that's all that really matters. It's all that really matters. What's with all the cuck chairs? Do people be like, ah yes, let us go sit around this beautiful holy sigil while all the shadow imps come together and start effing? When's a Rosas thesis? I'll be honest, Rosas is such a low priority for me that unless there's like some major breakthrough where it's like, oh my god, Rosas is like this really cool, like interesting character that fits like in a really, you know, neat part of the timeline or something like that. Like unless we have like something like that happen, I cannot be bothered to care. I just can't be bothered. I saw a PKR theory that Bale is the dead dragon with the sword on head, and then he was reborn by one of the golden goats going on dragon. That is so absolutely silly. I kind of want it to be true. Like, it's just this. That's like the most like wild shit. Damn. Damn. Yeah, we had the perfect pose and everything. Wait. Damn. Damn. Just, man, we had like literally the perfect shot, we just didn't have the torches. I want to learn about the Tree Roots mascot! Again, he is a curious figure, right? Because, like, there's something human yet inhuman about him. Like, is he human? Is he turtle? Is he some weird in-between? Is he some other creature? Is he, like, some mythological figure? Is he real? Like, there's a lot of questions concerning Rosas. And we don't really get much elaboration on him in the DLC, so I don't know if that means, like, we have all the lore we need already, or if it's something where it's like, oh, Night Raid's gonna talk a lot about him. Like, I don't know. There you go. There we go. I believe his access to skill is basically the same as Tibia summons. Yeah, I vaguely recall something like that as well. There we go. I want to live in the Cathedral of Manicelis. I'd say the Moonlight Altar in general has a nice vibe to it. It'd be a cool place to have some, you know, beachfront property, quote unquote. Hey, knowing the sorcerers, they could probably even add a beach. He could be related to the Mariners. Yep, exactly. Like, he could be some ancient figure, could connect back to, like, ancient dynasty. Like, there's a lot of possibilities with Rosas, right? But like I said, I just don't have any interest in him at the moment. There's just, again, there's so much bigger, more important things that I have both, like, more enthusiasm for and need to cover first before I want to tackle something as idiosyncratic as Rosas, right? Like, the only reason I've covered stuff like Adad or Garrus is because I, like, pick up on these connections that are being told across the story. They're typically very, like, they're not, like, reliant on too much other outside lore beyond some real basic facts. And they, and they're just something that, like, it's like, oh, that's really neat how the storytelling is told, right? So it's a nice little cross-section there. It's also one of those things where I'm never put in a position with, like, say, Adon or a Garrus, where, like, if I do this now, it's taking so much time out of me doing other things, because, again, they're relatively short. Like, I think both of them got done with, I whipped them up in, like, a week, each of them. And then, like, it's just useful for me because, you know, if God forbid my goldfish memory forgets all those details. That's a lot of bone shards. I have no idea why this is here specifically. Like, I'm sure there's a joke here about, like, let's get to it! And we have to drag the guy all the way back there. But I don't know if there's anything more than that. Hi, Melty. Welcome to the chat. There's also the divorced MILF-Lake. Please answer seriously. Divorced MILF-Lake? What MILF-Lake? I do not know of any MILF-Lake. Second choice would be the Forest Lookout Tower. I could live with there because it is very rainy. It's nice in that regard. I'll be honest, I think the one on Altus, though, the Highway Lookout Tower, that would be also a real cool spot. Was rain why the church district of Shadowkeep flooded? I have no idea about the Shadowkeep. I don't know if it was, like, something where they artificially added the water to, like, you know, douse some flames, if something else is going on, right? There's a lot of chaos happening, obviously, at Shadowkeep, right? So, like, I don't think it was simply a matter of, oh, we sealed up the place and then we let water pile up till it flooded. Read my earlier question, Loki's. Sure? If you could live in one area in Elderry, which would you choose? Wheat Peninsula, England, Stormlands, Cannibal Plateau, Frozen Mountain, Frozen Plains, Orgy Mountain, AIDS Wilds. There's also the Divorce... Oh, that's what you meant by the Divorced Milk Lake. Let's see. So that's probably Lake of Rot, right? If I had to choose a place in Elden Ring, then yeah, I would probably go with, Highway Tower on Altus. Maybe I could live somewhere in Weeping Peninsula. I wouldn't want to go into Limgrave, just because, like, I don't know. I feel like all the graveyards and stuff there and everything, like, it'd be kind of neat. But then it'd be kind of boring. Woo! No. Alright, we have to go up this way, that's why. There we go. What's going on here? Hey, Draconics, we're just trying to get shots of this area. Let me get game speed down. Some catacombs have broken, cleaver traps. Would that have any lore significance such as showcasing disrepair? Like, I think, Wyndham has broken ones. What do you mean by broken ones? Like, they have the... Like, they use the asset for them, but the, like, they have, like, this asset with, like, the holes, but they have no blades? Like, what are we talking about here by, like, what do you mean by, like, they're in disrepair, right? Okay. Yeah, the no armor, no UI without context, definitely, It definitely, without context, might look a little bizarre. It'll work. Favorite Souls game? Probably Dark Souls 1. I don't remember what it looks like, but I know you could tell it's a hallway. They used to have them, but they aren't working. Like, you can see the slots for them. Well, we could check out the, the Wyndham example, because I think I've entered Wyndham in this character. Yeah, I've already entered Wyndham, so... So we could check it out, sure. Yeah, I wanna start looking at like waterlogged areas in various catacombs and stuff, and see if I can come up with a justification for why they exist. Like, for example, this, it's easy to say, oh, it's because of all the water from the storms and stuff, right? All that rain and lightning and all that jazz is happening constantly on this hill. And as a result, we have a lot of this water seeping in here. It's flooding it, and it's making it very intolerable to the buried. DS1 has a sort of timelessness that's very comforting. Yeah, like I said, I feel like the moment I saw like Nito in the opening cinematic, like that's where it was done for me. Like that's where like it just fully grabbed me by like this very surreal experience of what you're looking at, where it's so familiar and yet unfamiliar, right? I think Dark Souls 1 finds the perfect balance there, right? Alrighty. I can't think of any... Actually, no, I can think of some other angles I could potentially go with, so... Let's do those first. Hello? There we go. Yeah. I was like, yeah, there's definitely more we can do here. There we go. From a more reasonable angle. I want to reset the area before we go back to taking shots of the wider flood zone, but this will be fine for now. Hello, handsome. Hello, beautiful. DS1 was my third Souls game after Elden Ring and Sekiro, so it took a bit to get used to the systems. Yeah, going from ER to Sekiro to DS1 must be an interesting whiplash, right? Because like Sekiro, I don't classify as like a Souls game, quote unquote, right? Like, I'd say it's a From Software game, obviously. But I wouldn't call it a Souls game. It's just, you know, it's a completely different genre. It's a completely different game. The only similarity is they both have like checkpoint systems. But yeah, going from something like you know, a game like Elden Ring, which is kind of slower but a bit on the fast side, to Sekiro, which is obviously very fast and very different in terms of way its combat's handled, and then DS1, which is obviously the complete opposite direction, very slow and methodical. Do you remember when I told you that the lady statues at Haley Tree are the same person as these statues? You mean these ones up here? I don't recall that exactly, Xavier, but I don't recall these statues appearing, period. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I do. Are they the one that hold, like, candles and stuff, and you see, like, the misbegotten or whatever, like, you know, bowing to? Is that the ones we're talking about? If so, then the America connection, or at the very least, this idea of a holy woman connection becomes even stronger. Yes, yes? Okay, yeah, so... I was surprised that didn't put me in combat. Anyway. Okay, in that case then, Xavier? Yeah, I do vaguely recall the statues. If they're using the same model, that makes sense to me then. Because it's supposed to represent, like, probably a Mikola or a Trina, or possibly America, if we go with the statues we see of... I don't know, people have said it's Godwin. I said before, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be America, though. I don't think it's Godwin. Honestly, after the DLC, I'm willing to believe it's Radon before I'm willing to believe it's Godwin. Different pose, but definitely the same model. I wonder if that's why they cut the arms off of the ones here, because the pose is different, and they want to not, like, you know, have it where it be awkwardly holding arms together or something when they don't have the candle or whatever. Loki's just a hater. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Anyway, let's There's nothing else here, so let's do the rest. Oh, is this the tip? Yeah. Alright, back to ×5 speed. I miss my ×5 speed. I actually want a shot of you, buddy. Stop doing that. Alright, that should be about right to adjust the camera. There we go. There we go. Nah. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Can't wait to see Night Raid the different planets of each From Software game. Oh my god, if they did something like that, that'd be wild. I'll be honest, I would love if we ever got an official Dark Souls world map. If Miyazaki just sat down with somebody and said, you know what, let's do like a Dragon Lake style map of the entire world of Dark Souls. Show us where Lordran is relative to Lothric, relative to Dragon Lake, etc., etc. Why the hell is that missing? Yeah, that was weird. Interesting, I didn't realize those two go at the same time. Also, I love how the ripple is literally just the one middle spot. It doesn't actually ripple out the whole length. Something like this. There we go. Alright. I think that covers it. Like, I think we've covered all the interesting... Oh, you know what I haven't covered? I haven't covered the Ancient Hero of Zamor here. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. There you go. Something like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I always love these windows here, as if somehow there's actually light pouring in this deep underground in the middle of a hill. Like, I gotta respect it. There we go. Not gonna lie, I think it's my favorite look we've ever had at the Zamor. Compared to the mountaintops, I mean. This looks so much better. I still feel like their design is kind of odd for their lore, right? Which makes sense, right? Because they seem to be like one of the earliest models that were made and, you know, had like completely different lore at one point. They kind of just got ramshackled into becoming, you know, the mountaintops, you know, giant haters people, right? So this is kind of like a Sullivan situation, right? So I'm willing to overlook some of the weird little details. But it's still kind of weird, you know? Do you ever plan on ever talking about on the Copes analysis why some skellies there have a torn apart version of the Undead Crypt Holy Knights or now? Yeah, I've said all. I think that's mostly just artistic license, no, Bray. So I don't think I'm going to mention that detail, no. If I do, it'll probably be an Undead Crypt, and it'll probably be just to kind of point out, like, you know, maybe you know, some of them are like around, but it may also just be that they're being used as like generics, you know, soldier, warrior, etc. armor. Giant haters, unbelievable. Yep, they're just big haters. I think they were enslaved in the old lore. I don't remember the exact details of what they were doing, but, you know, they were like when they were still like toying around with like spirit ashes and stuff, you know, they were like apparently the first ones that were coded in. Alright. I think that's it. I think that covers it. There we go. Trails through Daybreak 2 is this Valentine's? Yeah! Yeah, get your beloved a Trails game. That's what'll win her over. That'll get you some Snooki. Let's see. Wow, I didn't realize how formulaic this design is until, like, wow. Like, wow. It really is just go that way, then that way, then that way. Like, wow. It's amazing what angles and perspective does for you, chat. It's amazing how you can break the illusion of the brain. In a bit, there'll be the Night Rain Network test. Yeah, that's gonna be fun, I think. Seeing what people think and what lore we get out of it. Imagine trails on Valentine's. They know most of their fans have nothing to do on that day. Yep. There we go. Hey, hi man, how you doing? Happy Wallet Day. What's a Wallet Day? Is that how you guys say Valentine's in your language, Iman? That what lore will be non-canon by the actual release as well. Yeah, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny seeing like some basic description be like, oh, that's definitely getting changed. Like, that's not gonna survive. But now's the moment to get as much data as possible. Alright, so we're getting out of here, chat. So, let's look at Wyndham Catacombs since I know Xavier mentioned this whole thing with the blades and stuff. It could be an interesting factor to consider. Could just be for variety's sake, right? You know, this, you know, like the destroyed floor there, which isn't used in any of the other catacombs, right? It's like, create some interesting ways of exploring by pointing out, like, hey, this is like an old tomb, you know? Falcom, make a full dating sim and my life is yours. I'll be honest, I would prefer Falcom would like stay away from the dating sim stuff. I personally much prefer we go back to having, you know, just canon couple relationships and, you know, developing those. I think the Persona influence has not always been a great thing when it comes to trail storytelling. Alright, there we go. Actually, first I want to check something. We also get the red flowers here. Makes you wonder. Yeah, nothing special here. There's no happy day in ER. They couldn't even have Sucker. So to celebrate no happy love by Night Rain and Valentine's Day, yeah. No happy times in Valentine's. Alright, now we can go. One of these days I'll remember that. From software will have a dating sim, make me date Seath? Oh god, no. So is this what we mean, Xavier? You get to marry Ronnie, though, I guess. Oh, now I remember. There's only one working. Yeah, that depends on the area. Some areas have, you know, different numbers of them actually, you know, operating, but they use the asset. Yeah, so I don't think that's significant. I think it's just them making, like, the preset asset for 2 or 3 of them or whatever, and, like, obviously, they don't always want to have all those blades in the end. Getting married to a doll or dating a scaleless white married dragon. I guess it depends on whether or not you're into NTR, huh? Alright, so I think we're done for today, chat. I think that's going to cover it. I got the shots I wanted of the hero's grave, which was like, that's the last thing I need for the Ancient Dragon War stuff. I am working on the draft. I'm working on making some revisions and changes and additions and things. I'm trying to, like, get as much of the data, you know, worked into there as possible. Hopefully we'll have it all done by tonight, and I can, you know, post, at the very least, I think I'm close to posting the next draft, and then I'll do another review for the final draft, and then hopefully by tonight we'll have everything posted, so it'll go up tomorrow morning. I mean, Seath brought that on himself. Okay, so all we know now is that Seath is into it, I am, so hey, it's good to go. I guess you can marry floor sex. Oh, marry Florisax in a dating sim. That'd be so funny. Anyway, yeah, so I think we're gonna end things here, though. Anything else I need to add or anything? I mean, you guys will tell me if there's any data I'm missing in the drafts and stuff before I put it up, right? So, I trust you guys. Until then, later!